And of course, as soon as I hit the button, the Mackie dies. One of the sliders are definitely dying. Let me try to fix it. I think it's just gone. You can hear it coming back in. Sounds good when both channels work. I'm really liking this guitar, guys. This thing is stupid nice. It is stupid nice. It's got a lot of dirt to it. That is without the Sustainiac. Isn't that awful? I swear, guys, I do practice. Oh my gosh. Let me pull the chat window up. I do have some stuff to kind of go over, guys. Not just this guitar. And the reason we have not went straight into a review, I wanted to play the guitar for a little bit. I didn't want to take it out of the box, give it a review, and say all flying colors. First problem found. This guitar has had the bridge pickup adjusted 3 times. As you play the guitar, I've never had a guitar do this. As you play the guitar, the bridge pickup raises and raises and raises and raises, and it eventually starts making contact with the strings. You take a screwdriver, you thread it down. You can see the space that I have right now. And we will check it at the end of the stream, and you'll see that it will get closer to the strings. Not really sure what's going on with that. Most likely have to go to a bigger screw and drill out the pickups. That's the only issue I've found with the guitar so far, and I have adjusted it a couple times. The coffee assistant doesn't want to be on the screen. Thank you, honey. See that? Wake up, be awesome, and repeat. So if anyone has this guitar, let me know if you have that issue with the pickup. I would say that looking down in there, that screw on that pickup is very small. So I'm assuming that when they pre-drilled it, they just pre-drilled a little too large, and that spring pushing up on it with the resonation of this neck through body is allowing that screw to turn and causing that pickup to raise up. That's gonna be my first guess. But as I do every Saturday, guys, I went to my local music store, and if you haven't checked out the Discord, we did put some pictures up on Discord, and I did set a post up. And I hate to say it, guys, I kind of made an executive decision. Went to my local store, and they made some really nice offers to me. I told them what the channel was doing, and they said, "Look, the guitar's not for you. You're gonna purchase this guitar and give it away." And I said, "Yeah, I'm gonna purchase the guitar and give it away." And they said, well, we'd like to help you with that. And they have graciously allowed us to purchase a Fender player, and that is going to be the giveaway guitar. It is a Fender player. Let me go to the Discord server and see if I can actually get a photo of it so you guys can kind of see which one it is. By now, it's probably already buried way up in the chat. So let me scroll up and get a picture of it. All right, there's a picture of the Fender player. And there it is, guys. It is the Yngwie Malmsteen Yellow with a humbucker single. Maple fingerboard, white pickguard. It's a beautiful guitar. That is going to be our guitar giveaway. I know it's an $800 and some guitar. Like I said, this would not be possible without the help of Shenandoah Music in Winchester, Virginia. Pretty sure that that's going to be pretty close to their purchasing amount on that guitar. It is a player one, so there is a history behind this guitar I don't want to really get into, but it is as new gets. There is a history. It did go home with someone, and from what I understand, the guitar was never played, and it has been sitting in their back for a while. Okay, they do that till they move. They have X stock. Since this one did go home, they were going to label it as used, even though it was only there, I think he said, for 30 days. And the guy said, "Nope, I'm not bonding with it," brought it back. They had another guitar, exact same scenario. Customer had it less than 30 days, wasn't bonding with it, and brought it back. I did look at that guitar too. I didn't feel that one. That was already a sub $400 guitar at MAP price, so I didn't feel that one would be good. They did have a Jackson Dinky that was $629 that they were going to be able to get in the ballpark, and an Ibanez AZ that they were going to be able to get into the ballpark. Out of those three, the Fender, just looking at it, feeling it, it's just the better guitar of the three. And I was talking to people on the Discord for about an hour on it before they closed when I got back home, and everyone agreed it shouldn't necessarily go by MAP price of $500. We're spending $500. Let's get the best possible guitar that we can get for $500 for the giveaway. And the consensus was this Player 2 is an awesome guitar for a giveaway. So that's what we landed on. Hopefully I didn't upset anybody by pulling the trigger on the Fender. If I did, we can go back and revisit it again. It's not at that price. I'll buy the guitar. But I don't think anyone should raise their nose at a Fender Player Series on a giveaway. I don't know what your all's thoughts are on that, but I thought that's a heck of a guitar giveaway, a Fender Player. It is a Fender Player 1, so nice guitar. I felt the frets. It feels butter smooth. The neck feels smooth. It's a solid instrument. Thank you, Mikey. So I got one vote Steve, it's a player one. So what I understand that it was purchased, and they have a 30-day no question asked guarantee there. So the guy took the guitar home and just decided that he wanted something else. And it has been sitting in their back room, from what I gather, about 9 to 10 months.
Mikey said Linnell found it, didn't she?
Actually, they pointed that guitar out to me as soon as I walked in, because they know I like Fender Strats. The only issue I have with the Strat is sometimes I hit the volume knob. And that's not the guitar's fault, that's just me. I've always played Super Strats, and the volume's a little bit more out of the way, and I'm a little crazier with my hand motion when I'm strumming and stuff. I'm sure if I played a Strat, back to back to back to back to back for 2 months, I could break myself of that habit. So they were like, hey, look what we just put up. And I looked at it. First thing I thought, well, a lot of the guys that come here are more rockers, I guess. And then I said, well, it does have a humbucker. It's a humbucker single. So I picked it up and I looked at it and I said, well, let me look around some more. And I had my little list of the guitars that we posted on the voting poll. And they had 2 of those there for me to look at. Now the Jackson, if you go back and look, let me get a picture of the Jackson. I closed that window. That's just how I am. Hold on, guys. Let me go back and see if I can get the Jackson. Alright, here's the Jackson. This Jackson, $629 guitar. They were willing to do that one too for us. Nice guitar. Reverse headstock, pink Jackson logo. I played it. I thought the bridge pickup was a little anemic. I thought the bridge and center pickup sounded really good. I truly did. Let me see. Now I got to minimize that, and let's check out the next one. And here's the next one. Display screen. Yeah, it's already up. I got the buttons all messed up. So this is an Ibanez AZ, and I believe this guitar is $599 or $650 or something. So they were definitely willing to work a deal with the channel. Like I said, just mention their name, and which I do every stream anyway. I always say support your local music store. This is a beautiful guitar, and the neck on this, Ibanez, in my opinion, they're not trying to make a super shredder here. This is just supposed to be a better Fender, if that makes any sense. The neck felt very Fender-esque, a little thicker than a standard Ibanez, very smooth, really dark roasted maple neck. But at MAP price, the Player 2 is definitely the better bang for the buck and more guitar. Huh?
Player 1.
Oh, yeah, the Player 1, sorry, is a lot more guitar for the channel. Yeah, they were all 3 nice. He even said the GRG 330, he was willing to work with us on that one. So that one was actually going to come in the 350 range. But I was like, okay, we said 500. I didn't even bring that up in the Discord, if that makes sense. Yeah, I've got too many screens going on. Sorry, guys. Kurt is now throwing popcorn at the screen because he says whenever I get Discord all screwed up like that, he's like, oh, no. So they were willing to do that as well. And I was like, okay, well, that's $350. If you're willing to do that, let's bump it up and see what $500 can give us. So I think like I said, I already went ahead and pulled the trigger on the fender. So,
Read Steve's
um,
comment.
what is this?
Steve,
I'm not. I'm not a trim only because my experience is only with the Squire Strats and like that. What's the difference with the tremolo on the Player Series? Um, on the Squire stuff, they make the block a little thinner. Okay, and most of the time on the Squire, it's a steel stamped saddle. That's not always the case, but most of the Squire, it's a stamped saddle. Uh, when you go to the Fender, most of the time it's a cast saddle, but always the block is different. The springs are different. A little bit better grade metal, but the principle and the basics of the tremolo is exactly the same. Yeah, if that makes sense. The trick to the six screw tremolo is a lot of people tighten those screws too much. Okay, that screw, there's a smooth section, a shoulder on the screw that needs to be sticking up enough to where that bridge should have a 32nd of an inch play up and down, and it should allow that bridge to kick forward, okay, and not bind on the screws. If that's 360, if that's 3/64 of an inch or a full 16th, whatever that number needs to be for that to, without the strings on it, you need to be able to play it and it not bind on the screw heads. A lot of times you'll pick them up and you'll see the screws are down too far, and that causes issue with the feel of the bar. It also prevents it from going down too far, causes you, when you do bend it, to bend the screws. So a tech taught me a long time ago, back those screws out a little bit and let the trim float on those shoulders of those screws a little more. So that's how I've been setting them up. Ooh, thank you, Devastator. Cool. Yeah, Nicholas, I think it's a nice guitar. So I think the trip to Shenandoah was well worth it today. But being as that we are doing that guitar, I do want everyone to. I could probably start. I used to be able to set. Devastator might be able to set up a poll. I'm not even see poll reactions up here in the window anymore. We need to figure out how many people need to be entered to win. I don't really want. I mean, this is like almost a $900 guitar, so I don't want a 12-person entry, if that makes sense. I know it sounds a little selfish, but I think we need to come up with a number, and when we reach that number, then we do the review and the giveaway.
Mikey said, does it come with a case?
No, it does not come with a case. It does not. No case. I'm sure that I can talk them into a gig bag. One of the Gator gig bags that I'm always showing you guys. They're like $29. They're good little gig bags for $29. I'm sure they can toss one of those in there. I think the Fender case I bought when I purchased a 40th anniversary Squire, and I think that case was $200 for that case.
Juke wants to know what the big box is behind you.
The big box behind me. That's what the Schecter came in. So yeah, that's the Schecter box. I'm keeping it because I have a guitar downstairs that's being shipped to Devastator this week. Tomorrow I'm going down and putting new strings on it. Going to reset the intonation, give it a good cleaning, double check it, just make sure everything's perfect on the guitar. That guitar has a case, so I'm going to put it in the case, then put the case in that box, and then shove styrofoam down in it and ship it to Devastator. Since it's in a case, I can't really. Well, the Assault is a longer body anyway, so the case is made longer for it. And I don't have any boxes that guitar will fit in. So it does have a case. I'm going to put it in the case, stick it in this oversized box because they double box the Schecter. Stick the case in that, styrofoam it, and then send it. So I think that'll work. It should be really safe. That's a double corrugated box, so it should survive transport rather well. I did see someone new up above, Tappa Fletch. I think I'm saying that right. Tampa Fletch. Fletch. I am so bad. I speak English, but I can't read. If you're new here and you're not subscribed, you've noticed you can post. I don't require you to be a subscriber to post, but there's great people here, and we go over a lot of information here, whether it's guitar setup, stuff like that. Anyone new, participate, and at the end of the show, go to the channel, look at some of the guitar reviews, some of the tutorials on setting up guitars and working on guitars. Hopefully, by the time you look at a couple reviews, you'll go down and hit the subscribe button. We're always doing something here. So, the only rules to the guitar giveaway, back to the guitar giveaway, you got to be publicly subscribed so we can verify that you are a subscriber to the channel. And you have to go to the Discord server and go on the left hand side. There's a list of rooms. You got to go to the guitar giveaway room and post in there. Say, I'm such and such on YouTube and I want in on the guitar giveaway. And that puts you in the running of winning a free player series Fender. It's like a $800 some guitar. Pretty simple. You don't even, if you haven't donated money to the channel, doesn't matter. You just have to be a subscriber that's publicly subscribed, and you got to log into the Discord and say, I want in. The guitar has been funded by two people. Well, I shouldn't say people. Two groups. One, Shenandoah Music, because they're covering their overage on the guitar. And everyone that you see on your right in the chat has donated money to the channel. That money goes into a pool. That money purchases the guitar. We do a review on it. We give it away. So if you're entered to win, thank the people to your right, because the people here have made that possible, if that makes sense. So just give them a thumbs up. They deserve it. A lot of people have really done a lot for this channel, and I can't thank them enough, if that makes sense. So, next, I got to play the new S model, guys. I posted a picture of it on the Discord, and I like that guitar. With the quantum pickups, I'll publicly say right now, do not buy an Ibanez PWM. Just don't do it. Don't buy it. If money's a thing, which pretty much is with everybody, I'm not a rich man. The $650, the brand new S model that Ibanez just released with the Edge tremolo is nice. The guitar plays nice. It sounds nice. The tremolo feels nice. The one at the store at Shenandoah Music looked nice. It's more, I'd say it would be $750 would be half the price of the PWM. This guitar is $650. And I feel I would buy that guitar 10, no questions. Put the two side by side, the PWM's going to lose. It's going to lose. So if you're thinking about an S model with the Edge tremolo, get the new model. They come out, they call it blue, but it's like a blue-green. And then they've got a natural brown one. Both of them are really pretty. I did not get to see the brown one. All they got one in, and it's the bluish-green one. It's very pretty. Very pretty guitar. And everyone knows here, I definitely like the quantum pickups. The quantum pickups are very nice. I have to say, I like them more than the Mojo Tone pickups that are in the PWM, without a doubt. And most likely does help with the locking tuners. That's Devastator. New Axe Day coming. Yep, your axe is coming. So, did anybody have something new that they purchased this week? I was looking on Discord and I saw I think that was more about the guitar giveaway. A lot of people posting different guitars. Who was it that posted the LTD? I think it was Pentagore posted some pictures of his neck through LTD. That was a beautiful guitar. I don't know how many people was there, and actually go back and scroll. When you log into Discord, go back and scroll through some of the conversations. It's quite interesting, some of the topics that get on there. I'm trying to see if I missed anything. Am I missing anything, honey?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so? Well, this is Saturday night, guys, so it's open chat. Let's see how many people we got in here. I can't. My little cursor does not work with the OBS open. Got 17 according to my computer screen.
Mine says 18.
All right, 18. Well, I think next Thursday night, guys, we will end up reviewing this one. It'll be here for 2 weeks. So on next Thursday night, we are going to review the Schecter. And we're going to hook a meter up to it, check the output on the pickups. We're going to put a fret rocker on the frets. I have not done any of that. I don't want to, because I want to check the guitar for the first time live. Playing the guitar, I like it.
Jupe said he purchased a rotisserie chicken.
What's this?
Jupe said he purchased a rotisserie chicken.
Hey, I like rotisserie chicken. So next Thursday night, we're reviewing the Schecter. So hopefully everyone will tune in for that. Like normal, we'll probably do the review, and then we'll come back and do a quick just question and answer after the review. And the only reason I do that, guys, once YouTube reloads it, as far as for anyone that didn't watch it live, they can watch the review, and at the end, it's just going to end, and they can post a question. They don't have to sit and necessarily go through question and answer and us BSing about the product, if that makes sense. So we'll do the review, and I really probably won't pay too much attention to the chat window. Just do the review in the video. Wait 15 minutes, because the YouTube it allows every 15 minutes to start a stream automatically. Then we'll do the question and answer after that. We're making buffalo stew tonight. Everybody's doing chicken or stew. Oh my gosh. I almost forgot. Guys, I'll give somebody a free something. A free something if you can guess where we went this morning.
Some of them made
And if you... Sorry, if you were at Shenandoah Music and overheard me, you're disqualified. So no one will ever guess where Linnell drugged me to this morning. And she drugged me there. And when she said she wanted to go, I was kind of like, you want to do what? I didn't understand until I got there.
Devastator said Crackle Barrel. Mikey said Shenandoah Music.
No, it was neither one of those two places. I might as well just tell you, because you guys aren't going to get it.
Some of them might not know what it is.
Where's my phone? I need my phone so I can show you guys pictures. Oh, there it is. All right.
Jerry said church.
Ross. No, we should have went to church this morning, but we didn't. Okay. Since no one got it, I'm going to pull up some pictures. I guess I should have loaded this to Discord. I wanted Linnell to take the pictures. That way it would be easier to load to Discord.
I took a couple.
But my phone is awful.
Jerry said Bed Bath and Beyond. Oh, Mikey said Buc-ee's. Did you hear me?
Are you crapping me?
Mikey said Buc-ee's.
Well, guys, I owe Bucky something. Mikey something. Yep, he got it right. How he pulled that one, I have no idea.
Nicholas said Hooters.
This is where we went. Bucky's. It's a gas station. We drove an hour and 15 minutes one way to go to a gas station. I'm not lying. We drove an hour and 15 minutes to go to a gas station. Okay, but I want someone to guess. Now, I'm not going to give something away again on this one. Mikey's already won the giveaway for tonight. I'll pick something out and send it to Mikey. Mikey, go to my main page. It's Dominion Fretworks at gmail.com. Send me your information, and I'll pick something out to send you. You're tonight's winner.
Steve said, did you get the barbecue?
Linnell got the, what was that?
I got the brisket.
The brisket breakfast taco. I got just a regular sausage, egg, cheese croissant. I want someone to guess how many. How come I'm having such a hard time finding photos on this thing? How many gas pumps this place actually has? Okay, gas pumps. You know, like Sheetz or Wawa, something like that. Yeah, they might have 20 gas pumps. How many gas pumps? Where's my pictures? How many gas pumps? I was just at photos. How come now I can't find photos?
Devastator said 32.
Devastator says 32.
Jerry says 16.
Okay.
Steve says 100.
All right. Steve, you're not even close. You're not even close, Steve. When I pulled in, I was like, what in the world? I'm going to show you the pump number. That's right. They have 256 freaking gas pumps. 256 gas pumps. And just to prove to you that there really is 256 gas pumps, I took a picture of the first pump. Is it? Nope, it's not that one. First pump. Where's the first pump? And right here is pump number 1. Mikey says I'll win again.
Jerry said
256 gas pumps.
Jerry said how many employees? They had a shit ton.
How many? Oh my gosh. This place, guys, I took a couple photos inside. I've never seen Walmart this busy. Meyer? Meyer got nothing on this place. This is crazy. It was crazy. It was a madhouse inside. Let me find a photo of it inside here. This is at the jerky bar where they sell jerky. Gotta be 30, 40 people just at the jerky bar.
Steve said Buc-ee's knows how to fill you up.
That is the open area in the front. the restroom was bigger than a standard convenience store, the male restroom. There had to be 30 water closets and 20 urinals and 50 sinks.
How many diesel pumps?
Every pump, I think, on the one side was diesel too. I didn't actually count diesel pumps. Sorry, guys.
Well, the last pump you took a picture of was a diesel pump.
Yeah, that was a diesel pump. I didn't know. I don't know how many of those pumps were diesel. The place here is the where we got the tacos and my sandwich this morning.
Which Buc-ee's is this?
This Buc-ee's is the one outside of Harrisonburg, Virginia.
It's in Mount Crawford.
Mount Crawford. I've just never seen anything like this. So this morning, I get up and Linnell's like, I want to go to Buc-ee's. Or was it last night? Last night. And I'm like, what in the world's Buc-ee's? She goes, well, it's a convenience store. And I'm like, a convenience, like a gas station. I'm like, okay, is it like in Winchester? She goes, no, it's on the other side of Harrisonburg. I'm like, you want to drive an hour and 15 minutes to go to a gas station? And she started showing me stuff about Buc-ee's. I'm like, okay. And when we come on, it has its own. It has its own damn exit lane. When you're on the exit on 81, there's a Buc-ee lane. And then the standard lane. If you want to go to Buc-ee's, you get in the Buc-ee lane and it separates. There's a concrete thing and it divides the exit. And you go right into Buc-ee's, right off the interstate. It has its own exit terminal to this thing. I have never in my life seen a gas station with its own entry ramp off the interstate. Now, granted, that intersection was already there. So what they did is they cut another road in, and the overpass has a special lane for Buc-ee's. I just thought you guys would find that amusing. I still can't understand how they're going to sell enough gas and t-shirts. Like, you can't think of any merch that they don't have in that store. Bikinis, sippy cups, hats, shorts, pants, hoodies, jackets, socks, shoes.
Regular Western stuffs too.
Anything that they could stick that squirrel on. The beaver Buc-ee on, they had it. And then they had a whole nother Western section with Western clothing and Western outfits. And then they had like a Western decor thing.
They had baby clothes.
Baby clothes. I never in my life seen anything like it. So if anyone happens to see a Buc-ee's, I would suggest go in and get some pulled pork. And I will say the food that we got was really, really, really good.
Mikey said they're opening one in Peoria, Arizona. It's the other side of the state from him.
Oh, wow. So you can pull our local one up. Ha! Survived Buc-ee's. Exactly. But I still can't get over Mikey guessing. All right, first I got to ask.
Did they have beaver thongs?
But they had a lot of beaver jokes, so some of them were kind of raunchy. What was a couple of them, hon? Some of them were pretty funny.
I wanted the bikini.
Yeah, she wanted to get the bikini. Little beaver bikini. Ha! Well, they're growing. I think they're in 5 states right now. Texas being where they're most predominant. There's only one in Virginia. This is the first one in Virginia. So I tell you what, Steve, you get Meyer to come down here, and we'll get Bucky's to go up there. Ha! I want to shop somewhere other than Walmart for my groceries. So yeah, that was our morning. I drove all the way to the center of the state to a gas station. Didn't even buy gas. Got a sandwich and drove from there all the way to Westchester, Virginia, to look at the guitar giveaway guitars. So yeah, Cheryl says I shop Meyer. Oh, that gives away your location. I know about where you're at now, Cheryl. Ha! I love Meyer. I wish we had Myers here. All we have is Target and Walmart. Myers has gold toe socks. Never seen those. I've seen the copper embedded socks. They claim the copper is supposed to be good for your joints or something. I don't know if that's true or not. So now that we went totally off rails as far as music, talking about gas stations, I thought that you all would find that amusing that Linnell made me drive halfway across the state to go to Bucky's this morning. But I love her, so it was worth the trip.
Oh, you had fun.
Yeah, I had fun too. When I walked in, when you walk in, they all scream, "Welcome to Bucky's!" You know, it's like, it kind of startles you. And then over where they're chopping all the meat, I never could understand what those guys were hollering. Did you catch what they were hollering, hon?
I know they said fresh brisket on the.
Yeah, fresh brisket, something. And there was a guy, he had like I don't know what you call it, had two handles on it with a long knife in between it. And he was just chopping this huge piece of brisket like this, chopping it into little pieces.
Warhart says sounds like a National Lampoon movie.
It's so funny that you say that, Warhart. The photo, when they first opened it, the station wagon without Edna on top was parked in front of the store.
Yeah, it was somebody.
Someone had, built that wild-looking station wagon and put the stuffed person on the top with the chair and put Honky on the side, missing the hubcaps.
And the
So,
license plate said Aunt Edna.
yeah, and the license plate said Aunt Edna on it. So someone actually built one of those cars, and they were at Bucky's the day the store opened down there. It was pretty funny. Yep. So that was my day. Gas station hunting and guitar hunting. But that's what it's about. The family got out a little bit. We even drug the little one with us. She was kind of like, but I think she had fun once she got moving, if that makes sense. She didn't really want to go with the old people to a gas station.
Well, teenagers.
Yeah, teenagers. So I think there was some posts about the Sweetwater thing that took place. I don't know what's going on with that, guys. I did see a post from Searching for Tone, put a post on our server with a picture of my PWM with a blue stripe through it saying sold. So
Ted's on.
I'm not sure what transpired, because for a couple hours the guitar was removed from the site, and then that photo shows up showing sold. So Sweetwater has never reached out to me personally. I've been checking my email. I haven't received a call from them. I can check my text messages, but I'm pretty sure I haven't received anything from my salesman. Double checking.
Ted says, "Hey guys, I can't thank you enough for rating the premiere on Tuesday. I sure appreciate you guys."
Ted, that's no problem, man. We have fun. and that's what it's about. It's fun. So hopefully some of those people that came over to your channel, hopefully they went down there and hit that subscribe button for you, and they can find out all the cool content that you do over there. So that's what it's about. Introducing channels to different people. My channel's not for everybody. It's not. I know some of your subscribers are subscribed here and some of them aren't, because my content isn't like yours. So I'm sure some of those people hit subscribe. So I'm glad you like the guitar. Hopefully you're going to put a Strat neck on it. That's what I want. My dream Telecaster is that Telecaster with a nice Fender Strat neck. I like the pickups in that guitar, and I like the color of that guitar. It's just I got too many projects, and I've got really just too many guitars. So it needed to go somewhere where it's going to get some love and get hot rodded up to the way the new owner wants to hot rod it. So yeah, I posted in Discord to tell everybody let's go hang out, that you were doing a premiere. So I'm glad that I'm glad enough people went there. Like I said, I hope that you got some subscribers from it. New content, you know what I mean? Something else for people to be able to go and check out. Oh, I'm Arts. Everybody wants me. Ha! That's too funny. Yeah, we're just regular people. We're not super musicians by any means. We're not famous by any means. I'm a woodworker, CNC programmer during the day, and I just happen to love guitars. Used to play professionally. I'm just an average person that likes talking guitars, and I think I can take my experience on working on guitars and woodworking, and I can do a different approach to reviewing the instruments. That's why a lot of my reviews, you don't see me look at it and go, it's great, and shred on it. I'm not a shred guitar player, so I can't. I guess my channel's really not a demo channel, if that makes sense. And there's nothing wrong with demo channels. To really hear what a guitar can and can't do, some of those channels really demonstrate that. But I want to qualify that if you're a really, really, really good guitar player, you have a unique pick attack, you have good control over your hands. Those type players can pretty much make anything sound good. They really can. You give them 10 or 15 minutes with the guitar, they figure out the guitar's weak points and they can work around it. Or they have so much song bass, they can hear a guitar, if the pickups are, they go, well, this guitar would be suiting for this song or this song or this song. They can hear it. They just have that ability. When I review it, you'll hear that I play a lot of the exact same things on the review. I try to, when I was doing a lot of video reviews, I always used the exact same preset on my rack amp. That way you could actually hear the difference between the guitars. The more gain you use, the more you can hide. I don't know why I'm coughing so much tonight, guys. My chest has been bothering me all day. But a lot of these modeling amps, you can kind of hide a weak pickup with them. Not so much with this Yamaha. When I had my Katana, the Katana would definitely hide weaker pickups. It would muffle the signal enough to where even a weaker output pickup or something that has a weird scoop, it would kind of even it out. And now that I know that, I watch some of these other channels that are running like GTX 100s. I listen to the amp, I can hear the guitar, and I hear it. I know what to listen for now on these cheaper pickups. what they sound like through these modelers or through these tube amps. They have a very strange EQ curve. And Ted said, I just wanted to say thanks. Say thank you. You're welcome, Ted. Juke don't love me anymore. I don't even want to know, Devastator. I usually just say, hey, everyone, that's Juke. So, I don't really have much to go over tonight, guys. Today was just one of those days for me. I was just so happy to be able to run across a good guitar at a good price for the giveaway. Ted, since you just came in, the guitar giveaway is a Fender Player. It's an $800 and some odd guitar. My local music store has graciously allowed us to buy the guitar at cost. I guess technically you could call it used, but it's not used, or it is used. The guitar did go home, and they have a 30-day money-back guarantee there. If you purchase a guitar and you decide you don't like it in 30 days, you can return it. This guitar was returned, and the gentleman picked out a different guitar. So, I guess technically it is used. But it went right back to the store, and it's been in their back for about, I want to say they said 7 or 8 months. I can't really remember what they said. And they have X inventory, and they usually wait for a good time. If they got guitars in the back, if they're a little low on product, they'll move into inventory from the back to the front of the store. So the guitar come out this week, and walked in today and saw it. And so if you want to see pictures of it, rewind the stream. I had a picture of it, or you can go to the Discord server and check it out. Yeah, a Fender Strat. You know, I think everyone here knows I've always liked Fender Strats. I was going to do a review. You know, I already said I was going to do the Schecter next week. I think I just got myself. Next Thursday night, I was going to review the Squire. Hey, Stefan, thank you. Which guitar, Mikey? Are we talking about the Fender at the store or the Schecter?
Juke said after you set it up, it will be new all over again.
Yeah, technically, when I looked at it, I didn't even know the story on it, so I had no idea that it had went home with anyone.
Short Bus.
Oh my gosh, Short Bus is in the group. Good to see Short Bus come back to the group. It's been probably 2 or 3 months since Short Bus has joined the group. Mikey, the Strat. The Strat has a very butter feel to it. The frets feel really nice. The fret ends feel nice. I love the color of the guitar. It's a beautiful color. It's not a smack you in the face color, but it is a pretty color. I'm going to say it's like a Malmsteen yellow, something like that. Maybe a little bit more creamier than the yellow Malmsteen. It's very pretty. It's a sharp guitar. He'll trade you the Chapman for the giveaway guitar. Ha! Jerry kind of missed the whole. Let me turn this channel off. I don't know. I can't remember the last stream Jerry was on. I think Jerry missed some of the guitars. I don't remember the last stream. Jerry, have you seen this one that Linnell picked up? I don't remember. I know that you were doing some working out and doing stuff like that.
I think you went on vacation too.
Yeah, and then you went on vacation. So this is our RGA. And I was playing this guitar pretty regularly for, at least a month and a half. This is a sweet instrument. Helps to play that in the right spot. Jude! Yeah, so Jerry says he knows this one. This guitar, guys, I really like this guitar.
He said he didn't see you last Saturday or last Thursday.
Last Saturday or last Thursday. That would have been the PWM debacle. Would be my guess on those. And I think maybe the Yamaha, which you had seen the Yamaha Rev Star, so you're pretty current. I am still putting, since the guitar giveaway went into the $800 range, I'm still posting this as the best bang for the buck at $470. Best, if you've got to spend under $500 and you can swing $475, this guitar is awesome. It's just, this thing is mean. And before anyone says it, the Schecter's mean too. I'm going to say it. The Schecter plays nice, but at this price point, every time I play this guitar, I am blown away at what it sounds like and what you get for $470. That's a hard one to get. And it shouldn't even really try to get that one because there's no bar to do the bomb with. But this thing is just mean. It's a mean guitar. If anyone's on the fence, we'll keep a running total. As of right now, this is still number one under $500. It's lightweight. Forgot it. It's been like 30 years since I played that. I'm starting to remember the changes. Is there a good reason why Steve Vai continues to play Ibanez guitars? Yeah. But Steve Vai's guitar, that's a pricey guitar. At that price point, that guitar should play nice. At this price point, this one plays stupid good. Does it feel as slick as the Schecter? Almost. It's almost. It's not as butter smooth as the Schecter, but as far as playing it plays way better and feels way better than a $470 guitar should feel. It plays like a $900 instrument. It really does. It plays better. It plays like a $1,000 instrument. This thing just plays nice. Some guitars, I know I work on guitars, but I've noticed some guitars just have a larger area here that becomes harmonic. And you can pick up two models, they're exact same model, and one will be a little better than the other one. This particular one, it has a very large area through here that you can get different. I can't explain it. I think there's been people in the chat that have went out to the music store and played this little guy and have found that it's a great instrument. Right now I'm gonna take this one as the best one for the bang for the buck. That's not taking anything away from the Schecter. Let me get the Schecter here. But I think it did help me playing a fixed bass guitar bridge for a little while. Sorry, excuse me, guys. It allowed me to get used to it. I think that's also the reason why I'm overbending so much. Right there's what I feel is the difference. When you come up here and reach the note right here, the Ibanez, it's not that it's choking out, it's not as smooth. So my finger, it comes off the fret and chokes off the note. This one just moves so effortlessly. It's easier to stay on that note and keep that note ringing. But if you listen, the pickups are very similar in the Ibanez. I think this one has that dirt feel just like the Ibanez, but it's a little bit more articulate. It's just, it plays cleaner. You can tell there should be a difference. This is definitely a next level instrument. My point is, I can buy 3 of those for the price of this one. Is this guitar worth the asking price? Absolutely it is. It's absolutely worth the full map price of $1,650. It's got a sound, and that's what scares me about the Ibanez. That thing's got a sound too. There's quantum pickups. In my opinion, Ibanez just knocked it out of the park with that thing. At that price point, to have that sound and that playability. Love this guitar. Let me turn the channel off. But that's what we're hunting for, guys. We're hunting for great buys. I'm gonna hold to my guns on right now that the Ibanez is still the best bang for the buck at the 470 mark. And the chat window over here, guys. I mean, you all go to music stores. You know, when you go to the music store, if you guys pick up, and I think I said this before, just because something used to be a dud doesn't mean that it's a dud with this production line. Go in and pick up a Kramer Striker. Everyone knows the first two production runs were pick one up. You know, post in the comment section below. Hey, I went and I liked it. Then I'm gonna go and I'm gonna check one out. Just because a company comes out with a bad run of guitars doesn't mean the next production run won't be. There was a Kramer, what was that thing? The Beretta, the cheap one, the 199 one. There was a 3-year run of those that they claimed they were stupid good. The new ones aren't as good as the ones that were made like 5 years ago. There was a little run of those for it was like 2 or 3 years that it was just stupid quality for $199. I think they went to $229, and then either they changed manufacturing plants, they did something, and they claimed the newest version isn't as good as that certain batch. That's what we're looking for. If we run across a run of this guitar or that guitar that's just next level at that price point, post in there if you find one, so the channel can run out and get one, and we can let other people know, hey, this might be a sub $600 guitar, but they nailed it on this one, and that's what we need to get out there. It's not like it used to be when I learned. A $500 instrument didn't buy you much. Now $500 can buy you a heck of a guitar. It really can. Happy with my C1. You know, I have looked at the C1 many times. What they had a used one. What was that one they had down there, hon?
I don't know.
It was a Tropical Top C1. It had wooden knobs on it. It was used, but they did have it at the store. And I looked at it. It was a string-through body design. Pretty sure it was a C1.
Yeah, it was.
It was a C1. I think it was some kind of tropical or something special about the wood on it. It was brown with black stripes through it. Beautiful guitar. What'd they want for that? I think it was $499, wasn't it?
I think so.
I think they wanted $499 for it, but I couldn't find a blemish on it. So whoever had it must not have played it, or I don't know. Maybe they just took really good care of it. Yeah, Cole, we've done quite a few Fireflies here. I have not reviewed a Jet yet. Jet will get on the channel hopefully before the end of the year. I definitely want to review a Jet. I've heard nothing but good things about Jet, so definitely want to get a Jet on the channel. Probably be a Jet Telecaster. Sorry, I'm really having problems tonight, guys. Probably be a Jet Telecaster. I think I can get a pretty nice one with because they make it cheap, and then Jet actually makes some high-end guitars too. They make some $1,200 guitars. I was trying to shoot for the $350 price point on the Tele. Yeah, so we're probably going to get one of those. C1s are available string through or tremolo. Every option you can think of, actually. Yeah, the one that we saw was string through. Oh, it was called an exotic. C1. That's what it was. Exotic Wood C1. It was a beautiful guitar. I mean, I could bring 4 or 5 guitars home every week I go there. There's always something new there. They actually move quite a bit in inventory there for a smaller store. I would probably say they probably have 50 or 60 guitars on the floor, and they probably have 25 or 30 basses on the floor. What I find they lack is amplifiers. They carry the Fender line of Tone Master. They had 3 tube amplifier Fenders there. They carry the Yamaha, and they have Black Star.
Wasn't it called something like Contra or something?
What was it?
Didn't it say C1 Contra or something?
I thought it was exotic.
I don't know, maybe.
Yeah, I think it was C1 exotic. But they don't really carry too many amplifiers. He usually carries 2 Fender tube amps, and that's all the tube amps. He doesn't carry any of the Black Star tube stuff. Usually the Black Star stuff is the modeling amps or the Silverline. He carried the Silverlines there for a little while, modeling amps. New X, which are small amps. Yamaha, which is small amps. So that's his weak point there, in my opinion, is amps. But I guess nowadays everyone's going modelers or stomp pedals or, head rushes. He's got the head rush there. He's got the Line 6 Helix, and then he's got a Line 6 Helix LT. So I think a lot of people are just going that way. And the amplifier is kind of, because people are just buying like a Helix LT or a head rush. We were just talking about this earlier. Going right out of the head rush to 2 powered PA speakers. And there's your guitar rig. I don't have an issue with that. I can see where it just makes sense. Especially if you play multiple instruments. Because now you got 2 powered PA speakers. If you got a keyboard, you got, all this other stuff, get yourself a mixer and just run your LT right into your mixer, your keyboard, and you just run everything through your powered speakers. What is your opinion about comparing the Firefly you tested and these Ibanez's and Schecters? Yeah, Firefly is a cheaper guitar. It really is. What I've seen with keeping the Fireflies, Firefly has a bad habit of using, especially on the rosewood fingerboards, of using 2 pieces of rosewood on the fingerboard. They put a seam in it. That wouldn't be too bad if the seam followed the neck. But I have a Firefly downstairs. They put a seam in the neck, and the neck's doing this, and the seam goes crossways through the neck. And you didn't see it when the guitar was new. But as the guitar is aging, the 2 pieces of wood are changing color, and now it goes crooked across the neck, the seam. They're saving money. They're using scraps. I don't think I've ever seen a regular guitar company put a seam in the fingerboard material like that. Firefly does. And if you've got one that doesn't, great. I've got some that don't have seams from them too. But I've got some that do have seams. They'll use 4 or 5 pieces of wood in a body. I've seen it. Some of their translucent finishes, I've seen pieces of wood 2 inches wide. And so it's just a bunch of little tiny pieces of wood glued together. Is there a problem with that? I guess not as long as it's acclimated right, but every piece of wood takes moisture differently. Every piece of wood contracts and expands differently. So you have that with the body. The pickups are usually not as good in a Firefly. That usually is Firefly's weak link. If you get a Firefly that has a floating bridge, you can count on it. You've got a 75% chance you're going to have to put some money in the bridge. I have spoke to some people. They've got good ones. How long that bridge will hold up, even though it's returning to zero, I don't know. not long. It's very soft metal. So when you get to an Ibanez product, even their base Floyd Rose tremolo is going to be better than what these budget companies are using, because it's the Firefly that I have right here on the wall has a Floyd Rose tremolo in it. But that particular one is cheaper than the Floyd Rose Special. It's very soft metal. This one's brand new. It will not hold tune. This is a brand new guitar. And I'll show you. The tremolo is awful. It's awful on this guitar. The one downstairs I'm working for on Devastator's guitar, his bridge right here. This is the bridge for Devastator's guitar. That's what needs to go in this one. Need to just build a bridge for it. This bridge is horrible. Let me see if it's in tune or out of, it's probably out of tune. There's our E, and I want you to listen. Up. Come on. That's not even returning close to zero. That is horrible. The neck on this guitar, after playing the Ibanez and the Schecter, feels like a baseball bat. The pickup in this guitar does not sound bad. So, as of this guitar was ordered about 6 months ago.
Warhart says, how do you fix that?
You've got to replace the base plate and change the posts on the bridge. Warhart, go back, I guess it was like a week and a half ago. Go back and look at the under live on the channel, and there's a live show how to build a better Floyd Rose tremolo. And we build 2 bridges on that stream, and we take one of these Firefly bridges apart, and we use some of those parts and some other parts, and you can fix this one for about $130 and make a nice bridge for it. Make a nice bridge out of it.
Jupe said just put Devastator's bridge in that one.
Yeah, we could do that. Actually, this guitar is black, so I hate to say it, but we would have to put Jupe's bridge in it. It's more fitting. So this is probably what I'll do with this one, is build the exact same bridge I built for Jupe. This bridge is about $230 to build. Put this bridge in this guitar and it'll be stupid. And I may, since this guitar is so thick, I may do some serious cutting on the back of this neck. It depends. It's Firefly. So I don't know if this is all roasted or if they've roasted it and applied a stain to get it this dark. So if it was a better known company, I would feel more comfortable sanding into it. A true roasted neck should go to the same temperature throughout to caramelize the sap in the wood. Did they do that? If they didn't, and the interior temperature of this wood didn't reach the exterior temperature, when you sand through it, it's going to lose that nice brown color. which I guess wouldn't bother me too much. And you can see there's a little bit of flame going on in this neck. But feeling it, I can feel the inconsistencies in the back of it, but it does feel smooth. But I can feel the flame. And what that is when you're sanding this piece to this piece, okay, this is softer wood. The lighter color is a softer section of the wood. So the more you sand this with a heavier grit sandpaper, the more it's going to knock down the softer before it knocks down the harder. And that'll give a slight wave feel to the back of the neck. And I can really feel it right there. I can feel that pattern, if that makes sense. The only way to get rid of that is through scraping. You have to have a scraping jig, and the scraper comes down on an angle, and it scrapes at the exact same level. Okay? Now, as you're applying pressure, of course it's going to scrape more on the hard spots. But as long as it's in a fixture, once it sands out the soft spots, the only place it'll be scratching is on the hard spots. You just keep moving the fixture. Once you get it with the scraper proper, you're going to lightly hit that with 3000 grit. Walk away from it. Do not hit that with sandpaper, because you'll end up with what I'm feeling right here. But this would be a cool guitar. I like the look of it. And even though it is a copy of an LTD or ESP, they're not hiding it. It says Firefly right on it. That is a Firefly headstock. They've been using this headstock for a couple of years now. So they did make it their own. I have no issues with this guitar and any trademark things. It says Firefly. It's a Firefly headstock. They're not using an ESP headstock. They're not claiming it's an ESP. It says Firefly. It'll be an awesome guitar with a bridge. But this guitar just went back on sale at Guitar Gardens for $269. They just got another batch of these in. You can count on $30 shipping. So it's going to be at $300, just like when I reviewed the guitar, I paid $300 for it. But you're going to have to put another $150 in it. You're going to have to. So that puts the guitar at $450 with a tremolo. You can get an Ibanez RGR 330 for that. That's kind of my point. Plus, you got to do all the work. If this guitar come with a solid bridge on it, yeah, that's a good buy. But if you're paying $300 for it and you're going to turn around and spend another $130, because I can guarantee you this nut's soft. Because on Devastator's guitar, this stripped within 2 weeks. It stripped while I was doing the review, because I was testing the string tree, and the string tree wasn't set right. So the pot metal was so soft when I went to tighten it, it had to push down on the string to get the string to set in the nut flat, and it stripped the nut. It wouldn't even hold the pressure of the string and strip the nut. That's really cheap metal. So you can count on a nut, $30, $80 for a base plate, and you might as well get a arm. Yeah, get an arm. Yeah. There's quite a bit of slop in the stock arm. So, if you don't mind the arm, just get a base plate. Base plate and 2 posts. That'll fix it. You will have a little slop in the arm, though. You can see here how much That's quite a bit of slop. So if you wanted to fix it decently, you're going to be an arm, $30, and then put a plate underneath of it. You could do a brass. Music Lily just has a square brass plate block. Sorry, for like $12. So 40, 100 block, 130. Be about $140 in parts to fix it right. Plus $300 for the guitar and your time and a set of strings, because everyone knows Firefly comes with some pretty rough strings. I don't have an issue with the way it sounds. I think Firefly has finally gotten a pickup that's decent. Check, 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 check. It's not microphonic. Check, 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 check. It breaks up well. What's it doing? Clean. Let's see what it sounds like. And right there's our prop. Well, hold on. I had my boost pedal on. So on clean. And there's no tone. So all you have is that. Pickup's fine. It's got a nice clean tone. It's just the tremolo's awful. So when you see this Floyd Rose bridge and go, oh, look, it's a Floyd Rose. Oh, sorry. When you see it and it's got that screen printed Floyd Rose logo like that, run. It's a piece of junk. Every one of them that has the screen printed Floyd Rose like that. That is the cheaper than the special. Just count on replacing the base plate and the posts. Okay, guys, I think it's about break time. If Jerry hasn't already taken off, I'm not sure. Oh my gosh, we're at 1 hour and 52 minutes already. Where'd the time go? What happened to the guys that were supposed to call break time? That's pretty funny. 2 pickups, because one will have certain node points and won't hear. I don't know what you guys are talking about. There's advantages to a single pickup guitar. You don't have the magnet of the other pickup pulling on the strings. So a shredder guitar like that should have longer sustain. Mailbox time. Okay, guys, we're going to do our 5-minute break. So everybody, I'm going to get another cup of coffee, hit the restroom, and when we come back, we'll talk more guitars. I got to make sure that I get the right intermission thing here. Discord starting. I think it's this one. Okay, guys. I wear those headphones, and of course, my hair goes everywhere anyway. But yeah, Mike just come in the chat. He's one of our moderators. Um, yeah, Mike, we were very fortunate. My local music store has agreed to sell us a Fender player at the point where we can afford to do the giveaway on it with the amount of money the channel has collected. It's like an 800 and some dollar guitar. So, nice guitar. And I've already given kudos to him a couple times. I could do it again. Uh, Thank you, Shenandoah Music, for doing that. It's something you guys don't have to do, but you did. And whoever gets the guitar should be really thankful. It's a heck of a guitar. It's an 800 and some dollar value guitar. So nice options. I saw Cole was talking about single pickups. A lot of your 80s bands used the single pickup because they were just going for high gain tones. If they were doing something other than that, they picked up another guitar. As a working musician, I always preferred humbucker single or humbucker single single. My two working guitars were humbucker single, and the single wasn't a neck position and was not a middle position. It sat between the middle and the neck. I played PV Vandenberg, which lots of different sound options, and a heavily modified PV Nitro that had an active pickup mounted the opposite direction in the mid neck position. Give you all the choices that you could need because the bridge pickup was an EMG 89. You could split the coil, get really stratty sounds out of it. If you split the coil and then went with both pickups, you got a cross between like the neck bridge sound of a Fender Strat, really open and airy sounding. That's why you'll see multiple pickups on guitars like that. They're wanting something that's going to give them multiple tones. This particular Fender that we're doing is HSS. So it's humbucker single single on the guitar giveaway. And I see we have like 25 people in the group. If you want to enter to win the free guitar, it's a Fender Player 1. All you have to do is be publicly subscribed to the channel. And then you need to go to the Discord, and on the left-hand side, guitar giveaway opt-in. That's a room. Just post in that room, I would like to be entered in the guitar giveaway, and Devastator will put your name on the list, and that's all you got to do. You're entered to win a free guitar. An 800 and some dollar Fender player. So, really easy. I don't think the rules are asking for too much. And I did want to go over something else. When I sat down here and then I was responding to Cole's pickup question. I don't even remember what I was going to say now. It was something to do with the Ibanez's. I don't remember now what I was going to say. It'll come back to me at the end of the stream. That's what always happens. So Mike says I have an HSH LP2 Mini and P90s in the middle. Wiring, push-pull, split coil, series, parallel, humbuckers, neck out of phase, almost too many tones. Yeah, sometimes I had a friend of mine that had a BC Rich Bitch, and that had all kinds of switches, and you could do phase and series and parallel and single and humbucker. I could never keep straight what switch did what on that thing. It had a ton of switches. But it was cool. You could get a ton of sounds out of it. Back in the day, I think he paid $1,500 for that guitar. This would have been in 91, something like that. BC Rich. Mike, you understand me. Ah! Yeah, Mike is a wiring genius. In case you guys know, if you have any unusual wiring requests on pickups, Mike probably has a diagram to get you hooked up. If anyone's curious, he's also the channel's amp guy. He services amps, so amp questions diverted to Mike. That's his forte, wiring and amps and hot rodding Marshalls. So he's our local guru. Everybody here has a special talent. That's what I like about the chat. Um, the more people that participate, the better the knowledge base becomes. I've said it a couple times. You guys have taught me a lot. I can only hope that I've been able to share my knowledge with you guys as well, just as much as you all share your knowledge with everyone here. Because people come back, our live streams usually get, we've only been doing this 7 months. 7 months. So if I go back, we're gaining more traction now. It's usually 200 views in 2 weeks on a live stream. So that's not horrible. And we're starting to get more participation in. We started out with like 10, 12 people a week. Then it was 15, then 20. So now we're averaging 20 to 30 per show, give or take. And that's actually not too bad for as long as we've been doing it. I'd say it's pretty good, and that's with all the Discord conversations. It's amazing, just the conversations on Discord and AMP conversations. We just had a heck of a AMP conversation talking about should you even buy a guitar amp nowadays. And Mike his head just hit the table, going, "What? No guitar amp? What?" Hear me out on this. I wasn't the only one in voice chat saying if you're spending $1,200, maybe an amplifier is not what you need. Maybe you should just get a head rush or a Helix LT and buy 2 powered PA speakers. You've got all your preamp sim, all your power amp sim, and all your IRs for your cabinet sims in those units. Go out stereo to 2 PA speakers. If you don't need stereo, just buy one. It's even cheaper. We were looking at $350. You can buy a 1300 watt PA powered driver. That's stupid power for a guitar. But there's another advantage to doing it. You can grow into that. Let's say you're also a keyboard player. Well, now all you need is a mixing board. You can get a small board, come out of your board to your powered PAs, run your head rush or your LT right to 2 channels of the board, run your, in my case, my Akai MPC 61 to 2 channels. I've got an electronic drum set downstairs or your drum machine to 2 channels. Now you're set. And you still got a couple channels left over if your buddy comes over playing bass or something. Your PA speakers don't care. You see what I'm saying? And all your modeling and your R's are in your head rush or in your quad cortex or your line 6 helix. Or even this little line 6 stomp will do it that I have. You have amp models, preamp models, and R's in that. So I could go right out, well I do, I go right out of that to the Mackie. We haven't played through that. I don't remember which channel that's in. We might plug that in and you guys can hear the difference between that one and the Yamaha that we've been playing. I know it's on one of these channels. Let's see which channel it is. I'm gonna unplug my guitar there. Let me see which one this actually is. Send, return. Got to figure out where to plug it in, guys. Input, left mono. Let's see if that actually works. I know that it goes over to the Mackie. I just don't remember which channel it's in. I might be chasing my tail. I don't really remember what channel it goes to. I haven't plugged this thing in quite some time and actually used it. I'm not seeing a single. Oh, there's the single path. But I'm not getting an output to the. Hold on, guys. Must have something pushed off over here. Had the channel muted. So this is my line 6 stomp. Now I gotta find a pick. Not very organized tonight. Now, what you all were hearing before was Linnell's desktop amp. So I'm coming out of that on the headphone to the Mackie, because everything goes to the Mackie. All it's doing is allowing me to play my keyboard, play my guitar. Everything from the Mackie goes to channel 3 of my interface. And you hear, I've got more gain on the Yamaha than I do set up on the Line 6. Let's see if we can give it more gain. I don't remember how to drive. Let me give it a little bit more drive. It's 70% drive. I think my input, if you got to get everything at Unity when you're doing this. So I'm looking over at the Mackie. It needs a little bit more on the Mackie. Hold on. Mackie. That should be pretty close to Unity. You can hear it does make a difference. So this is my Line 6 stomp. So there's no amplifier, it's just a Line 6 stomp. I've got a preamp, it's emulating a tube amp, it's emulating a power amp, and I've got an IR on it. I don't even remember which IR it is. Let's see which one we're using on the cabinet. 2X, the cabinet is a 212 interstate. The microphone we're using, okay, is a 421 Dillon. The distance from the cab, it's all modeled, is 1 foot. Not quite as much gain, and you can change just by this is what's crazy about these. Let's just change the mic. Here's a 57 Dylan, a 4038 ribbon, so it's not necessarily just the cabinet when you're modeling, just changing the microphone. Here's a 112 Dylan. I like the 4038. Now let's change the distance. This is 2.5 foot away from the cabinet. I don't know if it has a closer distance. 1 foot's the closest. So this is 6.5 feet away. Of course, this is all modeled. Changing the cabinet really makes a big difference. It's a jazz rivet, silver bell. Here's a blue bell 212. Still a good sound. This is a Match H30 212. So you're just changing IRs, that's all you're doing. Here's a 410 Tweed. So there's a lot you can do with amps. That's what we were talking about on Discord. They were talking about, do you really need an amp? If you use a Helix LT, you're going to have a lot more than this little Line 6 Stomp can do. But essentially, what you guys hear is what you're going to hear in the room. Because I'm running the guitar directly into the Line 6. It's going into the Mackie just so I can use all this different equipment. The Mackie then sends it to my interface, then to the computer. But you don't need the Mackie. You just come right out of the stereo outs to your powered PA speakers. I don't know. I hear what Jerry said, he likes that better. I kind of hear it's smoother. I definitely have a difference in input. Let me try to get it. There we go. I had the one fader up more because it's running stereo out. That didn't go too well. This doesn't quite have the bite that the Yamaha has. It might be smoother, but okay, all I'm going to do is unplug from the line 6 and I'm going to plug it in. Let me change, I'm going to use my fancy little thing. Oh, look, it didn't work. See? You know what? I'll just use the button. Okay, there's the little Yamaha. Over here's the line 6 stomp. So here's the stomp. So I'm literally just going to turn the channel off. We're going to unplug the stomp. Okay. Plug it into the Yamaha. And here's the Yamaha. And for whatever reason, I don't have any output now. Ha! Oh, wow. What a train wreck, guys. Oh, because we were on the clean channel. Sorry. So this is the Yamaha. I'm going to have to disagree with Jerry. I think the Yamaha sounds better. I don't know what you guys think. I think the Yamaha sounds better. What do you guys think? Which one do you like better? The Yamaha that we're plugged into right now, okay? Gonna unplug the Yamaha. Gonna plug it into the line 6 stump. Here's the line 6 stump. That's the line 6. This is the Yamaha. I'm not getting any response on which one you all like better. So I must be boring you guys. Ha! Oh. The last one you heard is the Yamaha. That's my point. Do you need an amplifier nowadays? I don't know. I like my tube amp, but I've got $7,000 in my tube amp. Back to the other photo. That rack all the way to the right of your screen, that's my tube amplifier. And if you have $7,000, you can build that amplifier with used parts. The only thing that's still in production is the Synergy SYN2, Friedman, and Sedano preamp section. Everything else is no longer in production. But you can find them. You would probably be, you're going to be at least at $5,000 to build that amplifier in today's money. So, does it sound better? Yeah, it does. I'm not going to lie to you. It does. It sounds better. It sounds better in the room. The drawback to it is doing what I do, putting mics in front of it, it doesn't work with the open mic that I have right here. Because I have an open amplifier in the room. What you just heard, these two guys, there's nothing in the room. It's direct to the mixing board, to the interface. So I don't have that disturbance in the room coming into my mic that I'm speaking into. So it's easier to talk, and I can balance the two more easily. If the cabinet's in the room, this mic is going to be picking up some of that signal. So even if I turn down the guitar to bring up my voice, I'm still bringing up part of that guitar because the guitar is in the room too. Now I can turn the gate way up on this and kill the guitar amp. But if you happen to hit a note that trips that gate, that's a whole nother, problem that can arise. Doing these little modeling amps, you bypass all that. And it's a fraction of the cost. This little Yamaha is 329 bucks, and the Line 6 stomp is like 600, 650. Can you do better? Sure. You can get a full-blown Helix. You can get a Quad Cortex. You can get the new Helix. You can get a Head Rush, a Kemper. There's tons of them out there. All those units, you can come right out of the main outs to 2 powered drivers. There's your guitar amp. If you go somewhere and you need to hear yourself on stage, take one of your powered monitors, take whatever it is you're using, your Head Rush or your Helix, go front of house, give them their signal, come out to your little powered driver so you can hear yourself on stage, and you're done. Or just take your guitar and your little, if you got a Helix LT, take your pedal and go front of house direct. Tell him that you need to hear yourself in your forward monitor. He should be able to do that. Can he? I don't know. But he should be able to. He's the sound guy. He should be able to get you what you need. But back to my point, do we need an amplifier? If you're on a budget, let's say you got $1,200. Do you need an amp? I love tube amps. At $1,200, it's really hard to get your amp, all your effects, and your cabinet. It's hard. Well, I'm going to say it's impossible to do with tubes. Even if you went with the Synergy SYN 20, the little 20 watt head and a module, you're going to be in the $1,200 range. Now you need a cabinet. Well, you still have no effects. So to get good quality effects like you're going to get out of a Helix LT or a Quad Cortex or a Head Rush, well, now you're looking at that small fractal unit that's like $700. It's not the full fractal. It's like a VP4. Put that in it. Okay, now you're at $2,000. You can do it for about $1,200 with a Head Rush and 2 PA speakers. That's what we come up with. If you want the full-blown Helix, you're going to be a little more money. I don't know what the Quad Cortex is selling for, and I don't remember what the new Kemper is selling for. I don't know what the prices on those are. So, me personally now, I have my guitar rig. I have no issues whatsoever doing what I'm doing here with these little modeling amps. It serves what we're doing here on the channel well. And I think it would serve well going out and playing. The sound that I'm getting out of this, I sort of saw someone say, oh, well, the Schecter will make anything sound good. Okay. We can test a different guitar. Here's a $450 Ibanez. It's a $450 Ibanez. So let's see what the two sound like with a cheaper guitar. So that's the Yamaha. I'm not even going to unplug the circuit. I'm just going to unplug and go straight over and plug it into this guy. Here's the Line 6 stomp. mean, that sounds good too. To me, the line 6 sounds a little thinner. Right to the Yamaha. This is the Yamaha. Everyone has a right to an opinion. That's what it's about. For this guy's ears, the Yamaha just sounds fuller. It's a little more articulate. And it has more gain. Now, granted, you can adjust all that in both of these amps. Maybe I don't have them quite set up the same, but just listen to the articulation, exact same guitar. I think the Yamaha represents just a little bit better. It's not quite as muddy. It's more forward. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. It sounds like it's more forward in the room. I have a spectrum analyzer. I mean, it's cool to look at. It has what they call a filter pass. So what you can do, what we used to use it for, we'd set a mic up in the room in a bar, and we would look at the bar noise. Okay, and then we would set the EQ to where the bar noise was semi-level instead of a spike, like this as people are hollering and chatting and all the noise. We would set the EQ to flatten the room. And before the sound guys start throwing popcorn, I get it. Is it better to have a correct signal in an incorrect room or an incorrect signal in an incorrect room? The whole point is the room is incorrect. Okay? So why would you make your signal incorrect to compensate for the room? It's better to have a correct signal in an incorrect room than modifying the signal to match the incorrect room. I've had this argument a million times. That's how we did it. We altered the outpass filter to offset the bar noise. And of course it changes, guys. You just pick right before you play. You hit the room in the center. It's reading the room. You get that. Of course it's changing. It's fluctuating. It's a spectrum analyzer. You get it close. Then whatever other EQs that the band is using, it should sound right to them in the noisy bar. I get both sides of the argument. This, to me, though, sounds more forward. The sound is... So you guys can make a decision on which one you like better. Stomps, Lumi, Plastic. I like my latest Vox. That's Stefan. I think the Schecter has the best tone for live, but man. Oh, Shanker. Oh, they're talking about Shanker, yeah.
Do you have a spectrograph?
The only thing I have is a spectrum analyzer. Like I said, it's an Alesis, the EQ 230 plus, the one that will analyze the room with the microphone. Um, I mean, you can freeze it, but a spectrum analyzer isn't going to tell you anything as far as these pickups and the. I mean, it'll show you the band pass of what it's doing in those three in those 32 frequencies. I can already tell you that the Yamaha is a little brighter, but it's not the brightness. I'm not necessarily just talking about the tone. I'm talking about how forward and open sounding the Yamaha is versus the Line 6. That's all. And guys, it's all personal opinion. If you like the sound of the Line 6 Stomp, that's fine. Nothing wrong with that. And I'm sure if I sat there and tweaked at it, I could probably get the Line 6 Stomp to do a little more. It does a lot more than this Yamaha. You've got tons of hours, tons of preamp modeling, different amplifiers, Marshalls, Mesas, Fenders, Friedmans. The Yamaha won't do any of that. It's a simpler, you go up, you've got a couple different channels. It's just a simpler platform. And that's another reason why I like it. It's just simpler. For me to get into all that on the Line 6, I can't do that live. Like with this one, if I'm sitting here playing, I want to go clean. I just go down to the clean and there's my clean. I want a little crunch. Could you do that with the Line 6 Stomp? Absolutely. You've got 3 buttons on the front, so you could have 3 of them set up with 3 different sounds. But this one, I've got clean, crunch. Here's lead. Then high gain. Then special. So I have 5 different sounds just by turning a knob. The next thing I like about it, if I do pick up a guitar and I want to take out some mid, just took the mid out. That's a V scoop. So that's your typical V scoop. Here's all at 50%. Bass, middle, and treble all set dead center 12 o'clock. So, like again, we could scoop the mid. It's just easier for me to access the Yamaha and make quick, stupid adjustments. With the Line 6, I gotta turn it, hit page, then I gotta go to the little knob, hit enter, then make the adjustment, then save. It's just a little harder to do. Avery, can you play some blues on the line 6? I can. It's a little dirty to play blues. That's another issue, is just being able to change it to a cleaner tone. I have to go to a different channel. I can do some on the little Yamaha. I mean, let me see. Let me see how much dirt I can take out of the line 6. Let's go to. So here's our line 6. Let's take some of the drive out. Alright. Oh. Hot Springs. Tube drive, 70%. So there's a lot of buttons that I have to push to get the line 6 to go. Let's try to clean it up just a little bit more. Alright, a little tuning. So let's see what we got here. You can get the sounds out of the line 6. I have no issues with it. That's why I bought it. Was that good, Cole? I'm trying to make you happy, man. So there's a comparison between the two using a more budget-friendly guitar. Um, I got no issues with the HX Stomp. It sounds fine. But for what I'm doing, I prefer the Yamaha. I can just reach over and make an adjustment really quick. Now, I could very easily set up 3 channels on the Line 6 Stomp and have it pre-programmed and do the exact same thing. It's just on the fly. If I want to make an adjustment, the Yamaha is easier. You have a lot more flexibility with the HX Stomp, without a doubt. But the Yamaha has built-in speakers in it. So if I want to take that on vacation, I don't necessarily have to take my headphones. I can plug that in the hotel room and I can just sit there and play without headphones. It's got little speakers. But if I want, I could plug my headphones into it too. Okay? With the HX Stomp, I don't have that ability. I have to use headphones. Or I have to take a small FR cabinet or something just to, power up the Line 6, if that makes sense. And the Line 6 is twice the cost of the Yamaha. So it just comes down to what you're trying to achieve. I have all 3 here. I have an Egnator over there that Mike told me to get. Love my Egnator. It's a great amplifier. And then I have my full rack tube. Do the Egnator and the full rack sound better than these modelers? Absolutely they do. I hear the difference. But if I go out and play somewhere, my back feels the difference. If that makes any sense whatsoever. I'll take this little Line 6 Stomp and my guitar and go front of the house. And be happy all night long. My back will thank me in the morning. It really will. That's the big thing. My back will thank me in the morning. So what you guys thoughts on that? Has density pups in it. Coil split adds the flavor. I don't have a coil split guitar out here, do I? No, I don't, but I do, since you guys are bringing up different pickups. Hold on. Let's try a Les Paul with P90s. We'll play it through the Line 6. Good work. The strings are dead on this guitar. Yeah, they're pretty dead. So this P90. Let's go to our neck. Here's our both pickups together. You can hear the output on this one isn't quite as good. Turn it up a little bit on the mixer. Let's go to our neck bridge position. You can brighten it up if you pick a little bit closer down here. I gotta get my new P90s installed in this guitar. I got a set of Dylan Talks tones for it. These pickups don't sound bad. They're very, very low output. So it's too hard for me to go back through the line 6 and get distortion. That's another reason why I just prefer the Yamaha. So here's distortion. Thank you so much, Niles, for the guitar fun. And I'm digging in pretty hard to get the P90s to pop. These are nice, but wait till you hear this guitar when I put the new pickups on it. It's going to transform it. And I have a full Barnes wiring system for a Les Paul. It's going to be nice. I'm liking the Barnes pots. So I have a full wiring for Barnes. I think they're dual tap. Not sure. I don't remember if I ordered 500 or 250s. I can't remember what I ordered. Yeah, my little ditty that we always do, it sounds good with P90s. I'm a P90 nut, guys. Don't think that I just play hair. I do play a lot of hair stuff, but if I really like just sitting down and jamming, P90s they can rock like a humbucker, but then they can sing like a single coil. They missed that horribly. They can scream. Oh my gosh, Pentagore. You guys are awesome, just so you guys know. I mean, truly, the group of people that come here and donate, well, the Guitar Fund, guys, is technically done. So new donations will be going to the next project. According to YouTube, with last week's stream, we're 100% covered on the guitar as far as donations. So everything from tonight's stream forward is going to be for whatever you guys determine what we're going to do. Whatever that may be. If it's a microphone, an amplifier, another guitar, or a stomp pedal, or it doesn't matter. It's whatever you guys want to use the funds for the channel. That's what it'll be devoted, and that's what it'll go to. So yeah, but I love P90s. They are workhorse pickups, and you can go right from a clean, warm sound right to just hair. instantly with these pickups. Um, I don't know why the P90 doesn't get more love than it does. And these aren't really expensive P90s. A good set of P90s, I mean, they sing. They do. But these aren't bad. Uh, Whenever I get the time and I put the Dylan pickups in this, you guys will instantly hear the difference in the Dylan pickups. They're so much more open sounding. And if you're not familiar with Dylan Talks Tone, he's got a great channel. Some people don't like him because he's just in your face honest. He tells you what his opinion is. When you ask him a question, that's what it is. It's his opinion. And that's what I like about his channel. He just says it how he feels it is. You don't have to agree with him. you know, just like some people said the Line 6 was better than the Yamaha in the sound. We don't have to agree to love music. That's why there's so many different forms of music. There's so many different kinds of guitars, so many different kinds of pickups, different amps, different modelers, different. That's what makes it go around. When you match up what you like, that gives you your sound, if that makes sense. But P90s, this guitar, I like it. It's been out here now for a little while. We took Linnell's Black Firefly in. We put this one out. And just so you guys know, this guitar come from Mike. That's in the chat right now. I told Mike that I missed the opportunity when Firefly had this guitar, and he offered to sell it to me. So thank you, Mike. It's in a good home. It's gonna get hot rodded. I like it though. It's just something about that sound. The P90, it's got the kick of a humbucker, but the tonal quality of a single coil. It rocks. SPR1 as well, although there are many others out there already, but people with the actual talent. I've heard that. Is that the Tease guitar CD? I think that's a Tease, the SPR1. I'm pretty sure that's a Tease guitar. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry. I think that's a Tease product number. I could be wrong. Let me put this guy back up on the walls, guys. Oh, we killed the channel before I unplug it. And Firefly actually laminated both sides of the body on this. Look. It is a multi-piece body. But they put a laminate on the bottom and the top for the paint. The only spot that you really see it is right here in the heel joint. It is a two-piece neck. You can see the seam there. And this is a thicker, I'm going to say, a little thicker than the Gibson 60s, but I don't think it's as fat as the Gibson baseball 50s neck. And this Firefly does not have ball-end frets. Check that out, guys. Standard frets on a Firefly. No ball-end frets. It is a standard fretted Firefly. Another reason why I wanted to buy it off Mike. I don't think Mike's still in the chat, or he would have said something. I'm sure he'll come back and listen to it later. But people don't buy people. That's illegal. Oh. Didn't know that. Oh. Okay. Congrats, CD. Avery, I think yours is more gold than mine. Do you have the Firefly P90 Les Paul? Birdman? Do you have that model? Does yours have the ball end frets or does it has the conventional frets? I'm not sure. I never knew they did one, and when Mike said that he had one, I said I wanted it. I know Linnell's Les Paul has conventional frets on it. The original Fireflies, all of them had conventional frets. But that guitar is only about 2 years old. So they made them 2 years ago, one production run with conventional frets.
His is the chibi.
Oh, yours is a Chibson? Okay. Nothing wrong with Chibson. It is what it is. Alright guys, I was just looking at our stream and we're at 2 hours and 58 minutes and I definitely feel it. My throat is a little sore. I want to thank everyone for coming in to the stream tonight and participating, and thanks everyone that gave a super chat. Every super chat, every emoji, and how many times you comment. The more you guys comment, the AI sees that, sees that it's a real interactive show. All those things sets tiers for YouTube, and it tells YouTube how much to push the video. So thanks so much, guys, for coming in, hanging out, especially for 3 hours of just talking and hanging and talking guitar stuff. If you don't know and you're new here and you haven't posted, you don't have to be a subscriber to type in and join in. Hopefully you enjoyed the show. Go look at some other stuff that we have on the channel. Check out some guitar reviews, guitar repairs, other live streams. Hopefully I can earn your subscription. You can come and hang out with us on Thursday and Saturday nights. We also have a Discord page. You can go there. We're giving away for free a Fender Player 1. All you have to do is be publicly subscribed, and you got to go to the Discord server, go to the opt-in free giveaway guitar room, and say, yes, I want in on the free giveaway. And that enters you to win an $800 guitar. All right, guys, we are going to end it. I'm going to switch over to the 5-minute break scene so everybody can finish up their conversations. Again, without you guys, this isn't possible. Every time I get ready to do this show, I think about how fortunate I am to be able to get on here and do something that I love and talk guitars. And have people come in and, just say, this is what I like. Or did you think about this? Or hey, no, you're wrong. This is how it is. I love those conversations. That's how we learn. Anyway, here is our ending scene. If I hit the wrong button, I'll switch it really quick to the Saturday night one. Thanks, guys.